we go. We back live. We back live with section 2. Yeah. Let me see something real quick. There we go. We back, baby.
As we should be.
The celebrity followed me back too.
I felt kind of pretty good yesterday. I went live for real in real life. I be coming to y'all live. I don't really go live too much.
Mm-hmm.
I done had some people that was viral. Like I even had Erica Badu doing my little thing. I was like, all right, look at me. I like, baby, I'm famous now. Y'all can't even speak to me.
I'm famous, right?
Don't even speak to me.
So watch out.
Listen, I like, to be honest, I love your vibe. I swear to God, you got a good following. Like, you got good people in your life. Like, keep it like this. Like, you gonna get, your numbers gonna be up because you real. It's a lot of people out here trying to hold a facade, but you really real. Like, just the way you feel, you honest about it. And I like your live. I'll be honest. I came back.
Thanks a lot, man. I'm trying for real, man. Just trying to, I know there's a lot of people that don't be, that's one of the things. A lot of people just don't want to speak up, and then the people that is speaking up, they most of the time they only just trauma bonding and stuff. People not trying to look for like solutions and stuff or resolution. They just, they just want to. Let me just express myself only and don't never want to talk about why I am expressing myself. I just want to talk. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is just,
Yeah.
we gotta look at stuff from better perspective sometimes. That's all it is.
I mean, that's true, but if you want to get like technical with how people are, like what I've learned from, because like I said, I usually go to other people's lives. Like if I feel your vibe and I love your vibe, I'm gonna try to jump in the box. I'm gonna send you gifts. I'm gonna jump in the box. And to be honest, from what I've seen since I've been on TikTok, is that people are trauma bond. Like they trying to trauma bond other people into they negligence or they hurt and they pain and they sorrow and they depression. So they ask you questions that's super sensitive to them, like what they going through. Instead of finding out about themselves, they want to ask other people and they hope other people agree. But they don't understand, like hurt people hurt people. You can't heal if y'all all hurt.
Yeah, dude, for sure, man. And misery loves company at the same time, so it's like they tied between the two. Yeah.
And that's where narcissism come in to play.
Oh, I see you down there, Miss T Chanel. I call her a celebrity. She keep calling herself a D-list celebrity, but she a celebrity. Ain't tricking me.
Who?
T Chanel, man. I don't know if you heard her before. She came with she had a few phrases on here and stuff. I might not have heard it though, but I heard there's a few people that was in my live that they heard it. They like, that was her. I didn't even know that was her. Like she said something about if you ain't got if you got a little bit of titties. I don't know how to go. I'm messing it up. I don't even want to butcher it. She gonna make a video about me, man. This gray patch here, dude, mess my stuff up. Yeah, she's like a comedian too, so yeah, man. She real cool, man.
Everybody asks me that too, because I'm a jokester to my heart. Like I'd rather be joking and laughing than crying and being sad and sorrowful. So like
Yeah, I'd rather, right. That's the reason why I got the name, Laugh or Learn, because we need one of the two to keep that smile on our face, you know what I'm saying? Or open our minds. Everybody can use all that.
I was talking to somebody yesterday, right? And they was like, they was like, everybody want everybody with a big booty and titties. And I'm like, baby, I got it naturally. He was like, you ain't got no BBL? I'm like, first off, sir, I barely can afford my kids, let alone get a BBL.
Oh, wow.
And then he was like, oh, so how I get like that? I'm like, I naturally just got a dump truck. I'm like the auntie. You know, like the auntie that's like telling the kids to sit down. They got that booty that sit on her back. That's me. And then they was like, well, how you get? I'm like, bro, I got triple D's, my boy. Like, I'm heavy. Like, I'm out here heavy.
Heavy.
He was like, oh, you must be small. Because I'm like, first off, I'm 5'10". I ain't little. My daddy was 6'8". My mama only 4'11". I'm in between. Like, talking about, look, I could beat you up real good.
It was somebody else in this box. Who else was in the box? Or was it just me and you? Somebody was in the box before I resetted my live. I forgot. I had like 50 people in here.
It was Miss Londa, and then it was that dude.
Okay.
What's his name?
America.
Yeah. And then the one dude, Nate, was asleep. So you had him.
Oh yeah, he was out. He went to sleep on me.
Man, Michaela, I don't like when people like, let's debate. What we got to debate about? Do you know the truth or the fake? Like,
let's learn, man. Let's learn, man.
Right, like they be like, let's debate. You just want to fight, bitch. You just say you want to fight.
That's all. Right. They put it in a sugar-coated version.
Right.
Let me be one-sided. Let me be stubborn. Let me prove you wrong. That's what it is. They say stuff like "prove me wrong," you know.
Like, my grandma said everything that glitters. My grandma told me this, and I hold this to me to this day. Okay.
To this day, not to this day.
To this day. Shut up, because I'm gonna keep laughing. To this day.
Right, but everybody to turn to.
My grandma said that everything that glitters ain't gold sometimes is shit.
Oh my. You heard about that?
And I believe that. Because people can put on this facade and tell you one thing, but that don't mean that's what it really is. They probably over there crying and stressing so bad.
Oh, it is for sure. I'll be saying that a lot of people got that one mask. They had it on like where it'd be like a smiley face mask and then crying under it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how it be.
Everything a lot of people going through that. Gold. Sometimes it's shit.
Dude that posted
it. At the end of the day, I feel like God put me on this earth to make y'all laugh. So I'm going to do just that because that's what God called me to do. That's why I always tell everybody, if you need to know me, I'm Hoochie. I'm 28. I've been here for a little minute, not a long minute. I'm enjoying my ride. But at the end of the day, I'm going to make you laugh. Like, you ain't finna get off no live. You ain't finna get off no call without me making you laugh. Period.
Some people going to be sitting with the ball. I bet you not. That's just like them people that the debate people still. You not. They rather sit with the bald face all day. As soon as they about to snack a snickle or something like that, they going to try to they rather hit you before you do that. No, shut up. You're not funny. You would not make me laugh.
If people want to get angry like that with me, I got my friend, her name Luciana. She got 2 names. It's called Smith and Wesson. I ain't finna argue with you.
Oh my. He said, you gonna laugh. Not laugh.
Listen.
That's how you make them laugh. You be forcing them.
Baby, we gonna have to square up. And my best friend, she purple. So she always like Barney. She can give you, I love you, you love me.
Oh, not Barney.
Yeah, she
got
purple.
The Barney bopper.
I got the Barney burner.
Wow. He said he love everybody.
And she love anybody. She don't, listen, she ain't biased. She'll catch all of y'all.
Take you to dreamland. Wow.
I'm sleeping.
Want to sleep over?
You definitely
go put him in a Barney bag, huh?
Listen, and she be on my hip respectfully too.
With an imagination and a Bernie back. That's gonna be some. They were like, I did not look at it from that way. What the
I'm
heck?
talking about. Listen, I'm talking about. You been hit by,
That's a,
you been snuck by a smooth criminal.
oh my, oh my, she using his phone.
Ooh, I don't like to argue. I give my time to good stuff. Like I'd rather laugh than cry
Ooh,
or be
I
mad. Like
blocked her. Matt Carter came here to express himself. Oh my, what happened? I'm sorry, my brother, but this ain't one of them lives, man. This ain't no, they be having the pander lives. So I don't
oh
know if you
yeah,
look for somebody that feels sad or something. I don't know. You gotta realize life is life, man. Things gonna happen in our life. You said somebody got cheated on their Valentine's, right? That's what you said, something like that. I mean, shoot, at least that opened the door to tell what type of person they was dealing with so they can leave that alone. You know what I'm saying? Things happen in life, so I always try to look at things through a positive lens because, it's good that they found out when they found out so they can move on. Always tell people come and go in your life, you know. So they either there for something to learn from, grow from,
a
or adapt
reason or
with.
a season.
Yeah.
I'm
So
sorry. I'm sorry. What's his name? Michael?
yeah.
No, Matt
Michaela?
Carter.
Michaela? Is that a girl? I mean,
No,
not
no, no.
wrong
It's
name. Oops.
no. Michaela is right here. That's my
That's,
girl. That
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah,
Mac
yeah.
that said
Matt
that.
Carter. Yeah. I looked at.
Um, sorry, Mac. We love you with the love of the Lord, but we ain't Dr. Phil. I mean, you got to take that up with Jesus and them.
My bad, Michaela. Your name was blended in. I was looking at his photo. She like, nah, I ain't coming in with that yet.
He's talking about something.
She
He
about to
bought
give me
us
the
around the farm.
imagination and the Bernie back. It's like, no,
Right.
I ain't trying to see Bernie. I'm sorry.
I love you. You
Right, I
love
don't want to
me.
live. Nah, I don't
We
want that
ain't
type of
taking
love.
your shit, honey, with a great big hug and a
What
fucking
type
with
of hug is
you.
that?
I don't give a fuck what you say.
What you do? Oh my.
I'm sorry, sir. He was giving Dr. Phil. We ain't here. We not therapists. I ain't that.
Nah, it's lives that's out here that's like that. They looking for you know. My thing is I always tell people like what you learn out this situation, man, because everybody done been through it. I actually came in this room because I was lurking on. It's gonna tell on yourself. she she be too blunt. That's so funny. She like, dang, got caught. So now that I'm in here, I can still shout you out. No, you know what I'm saying? You know the celebrity status. You know what I'm saying? I feel you. You know, but everybody y'all follow her. You know what I'm saying? She got to get to her million followers again. How you feeling though, Chantel? Chantel, how you feeling, man? See, one day I'm gonna make it, man. I'm gonna be like that. I wanna be
One day I'm gonna make
a
it, man.
at
I'm gonna
least
be like
a
that.
E-list celebrity. you know. But I always tell people though, just what I noticed though is with me is more about good looks on the roses. Good look on the roses, Chantel. Um,
I'm so sorry. You know I'm a store manager. They just keep calling me. They don't even know what to do while I'm not there. So they just keep calling me, asking me dumb shit. I'm sorry.
hmm Yeah, I be what I noticed like I stopped as I start doing these lives and stuff. I noticed that it's more about supporters than followers. I realize it's a whole different thing. I was always
Grand
telling
Rising.
what's the deal, my boy, third child in the building. If y'all don't know him, follow him. He is good people, man. That's one of my main guys for real.
A third
He gonna
child. Do
be the
he got
one
a
to help me
beard?
grow for real. And
He got
apparently
a
I can't
beard.
afford to connect to TikTok. Wait, you say you glitching because I'm on a for oh my oh man.
I don't trust
Yeah.
y'all dudes with beards.
Who got somebody got? Oh, you talking about third child?
Anybody that got hair under their chin, y'all is scandalous.
I'm glad I ain't got no beard.
Listen, because one thing about me and two things for sure. Listen, my husband cut off his beard the other day. Story time. I'm the queen of story time, so I'm always give y'all story time. Story time. Once upon a time, the other day, my husband cut his beard off, right? And why would he look me in my face? Like, he was just looking at me to my baby, like, you look like something I seen on Cold Case Files. I don't like that. Like, put it back.
Mm-hmm. Put it back.
I live for a beard. I love a good beard. Why would you cut it off? Now you looking weird.
Come on up, Mr. Grand Rising. Come on up, my buddy. AJ and all them fell asleep already on me. They might be back up again a little bit, you know. They wasn't there for a good little second. I had woke up a little later than I was supposed.
The miss work, just bullshitting. Ain't that what you did?
What's that?
I said you miss work, just up bullshitting.
Oh, no. I ain't moving. Not today on me.
I'm just talking crap. Don't listen to me.
Like Memorial Day?
Shoot, I'm going into work. I'm finna make that $40 an hour. Don't play in my face. I want them little coins.
A broke bitch in it. She always going.
And it's giving that. I'm gonna need all that money. Okay?
Said the broke bitch in it.
I love that for me.
That's at least that's better than AOL dial up. That's how you look at stuff through the positive lens.
Thank you, T Chanel, for the follow. It just popped up. Thank you, beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Oh girl, don't make me feel skinny.
I'm glad I see your followers going back up, man. You're gonna be back at that. What you said you was at 500,000. You're gonna be there soon.
You see
you're
that
gonna
beard?
get there for sure.
You see that beard?
What happened?
He cut it off.
What's that?
I don't like that for him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like you looking like I don't know you. I don't know that. Who is you? Don't play in my face.
With no van, no back windows.
She said, "Shut up."
He said, "Good night." Said, "Hold up, that's not an ice cream truck."
Laugh. Don't make me laugh. Did you read that? Did you read it? She tagged
I don't
me.
Trust in
Yeah, I'm cool with the beards. Them beards do something. It be hidden different type of ways if you know how to use it. And it do. Listen, I copyright my words. Ain't no infringement over here, baby, because I do the scoonchy scooch. And that's my word. Y'all can't steal it.
Scoochy scooch.
You don't know what that is?
That sound, I don't think I want to know.
Any ladies in the comments, y'all know what the scoonchy is?
Oh, I said that sounds like a lady move, right?
Oh, it definitely is. It's for the women. It ain't for you, laugh.
The oochie scoochie. It's a Criminal Mind episode waiting to happen. Wow.
No. Okay, so the
They said it's the ice cream truck.
But listen, I hate ice cream trucks. The scoonchy scooch is a move. So
I think I know what it is. When you said it, when you had reset it over, it made me think about what you possibly could be talking about.
Like when women over you and they get to doing the scoonchy scooch.
The scoonchy scooch. Okay. Okay.
You know what it is?
Yeah, I know.
You picking up what I'm putting down.
Yep. Oh, yeah, I forgot we got another celebrity in here too. Nicole Scherzinger.
Hey, that's the girl from the Pussycat Dolls name.
Yeah, that's her in the building, man.
Hi.
I'm getting lucky and getting all the celebrities in here, man.
I'm telling you,
They see me.
it
I'm
drive us
alive. I'm not invincible.
crazy. Miss Michaela, when I tell you that Scoonchy Scooch driver dude, wow,
Scherzinger. Surgeon.
it's Scherzinger.
Surgeon. I
No, it's
can never say the
Scherzinger.
last name. Scherzinger.
He's still messing it up. I done told you 3 times.
Scherzinger.
Yeah,
Oh,
Scherzinger. Scherzinger.
Scherzinger. Okay. I do whatever I like. I'll do whatever you like. Isn't that who sang that
But
too?
Miss Michaela, I'm gonna let you know right now. Just shut up. Let me do the Scoonchy Scooch. I don't want to hear you talking. None of that. Just let me do the Scoonchy Scooch, and then we done. I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted after that.
What's the
I'm
deal?
just
Lady Hazel in the building, man. What's
Hey
the deal?
Hazel.
Did my fall asleep already that fast? Hold up. Where'd he go?
Why everybody fall asleep in your life? You must be that
I
nice.
guess I got the
You got a Barry White voice. They keep falling asleep.
the Barry. What the? The lightest
Come
voice
on.
in here.
Come on.
That's crazy.
You just keep telling me this.
Telling me this.
Let me
Practice
find out.
what you be. Hey, about the
75% of black
topic, I
people.
think 75% black people. I think 75% black people think they are part Cherokee. What the? I be hearing that a lot too. What? Where is that? What? Hold up. Got me about to look that up. What is that?
Cherokee Native American. But the crazy thing is a lot of people are Cherokee because that's the main natives in America. So a lot of people are part Cherokee. Like my grandmother is part Cherokee and half white tea. It's not common. Like you still got Blackfoot, you got Navajo, you got
I'm on
all
there looking up
these
the Jeep
different
Cherokee.
kinds.
I don't know. Every time my edges land, I'm definitely in.
She
She said that's
said,
when she embraced her Cherokee. They used
yeah.
to live together at one piece. At one point,
I live
who used to
I
live together?
I live
Oh,
together with broke hood rats. And
oh
they got
my,
my last name, so I can't speak.
oh my.
Expensive
Oh,
hood
black and
rats.
natives. Right, that's why I said they had to. You know what I'm saying? A lot of man, people is mixed by now. That
Y'all
you know
wanna
what I'm
know my
saying?
race? Y'all wanna really know
People,
my race?
what
I'm
is it?
Nigiana.
You what
I
the
said
what?
I'm Nigiana.
Liviana. You said you
I
Suki
said
Hanna?
I said Nigiana.
I can't unsee it and unhear that. Now it's over. You shouldn't have told me that. Suki Hanna.
Yeah,
Oh
people.
my.
I swear to God, everybody come to me. They be like, "You look like that one." I'm like, "What, Sukiana?" They be like, "How'd you know?" I'm
Hey
like,
y'all,
"Cause
click on her
everybody tell
page.
me."
She look like Suki Hanna.
I do not look like Sukiana. I just got dimples and I'm dark skinned like her. That's the only thing.
That's too funny.
I do
I
not look like
can't unsee it. Let
Sukiana.
me just click one more time. This is so funny. Why did you tell me this?
Because
Why did
everybody
you
tell
tell
me
me?
this on live. Like they always telling me
My
that.
my brain just could not compute who you resembled. I just could not compute it. I'm
And
like,
now
she
you see
look
you be
familiar. I
like,
just can't put my finger on it.
yeah, people say I look like Sukiana. No,
I
Sukiana
can't
is
unsee it.
beautiful.
I
Sukiana is
can't,
beautiful. Like I will
I
never
just
down
can't
her.
see it. At least you ain't take her ways though.
Mm-mm. No, I
She's
be
known to
chilling.
be like the queen of the wretches.
I mean,
And
it's
she
cool.
she don't play no games.
But she be saying everything women be wanting to say, but they don't say it.
Everything.
Yeah. I
Hmm.
love a good hood jam, though. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I love a good hood jam. She is something else. She hell on wheels. That's what she is.
She was. I remember she came on live, was crying about her saying she sold her soul. She
Oh
said,
yeah.
"Guys, I sold my soul."
She didn't get that record deal she thought she was coming in for.
Man, I never forgot the other viral video of her when she there he go. He woke up. There he go. My boy, hold up. Let me do my note, my sound for him.
My boy, third child is in the building. What it do? He is risen. Grand rising, grand rising.
Hey, give me an entrance. Don't play in my
Okay,
face.
I got you. My bad. I got you.
Queen Hoochie. She does the scoochie scoochie.
I'm stealing that. You got me messed up. I'm gonna steal that.
Hold on. Let me
Yeah.
see. It's well. Hold up. Make sure. It's oh
Like
dang. I missed.
Queen
I was gonna get T Chanel, so now I gotta get Nicole.
to my Queen Hoochie. She do the scoochie scoochie. And I do.
Nicole is in the building, man. She singing all the good songs because she make you do whatever you like. You can do whatever you like. Yeah, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I know more of her songs, I just can't think of it right now.
Hey, just sing the Barry White a little bit that we was singing earlier. I want to
The
see it. I want
feisty
to
cat
hear it
is
on
in
there.
here. Mm-hmm. Good morning, Solange. Oh, we got Beyonce's sister in here. Hold up.
I am famous. I got Solange in the building, man. How did it feel when you was beating up on Jay-Z, huh?
In that elevator.
In that elevator. You made his 100th power. Oh, hold up.
You done brung his 100th power. I mean, his 100 problem. How you feeling?
He had 99, but Solange won one.
Right. Made it 100 after that.
Bro, she gave my nigga the 1-2 combo special with a biscuit in the elevator. She gave it
Boy, I
to
got
my
all the
man.
celebrities in here. I had T Chanel, I got Solange in the building, and I got Nicole in here. Man,
Oh, Londa back in the
I love it. I
building.
love it. Londa
Give
back.
Londa a name. Do her on there.
Oh yeah, I gotta get Londa. My bad. My
Yeah, get
bad.
Londa.
Londa. She don't come with no drama, so you better watch out how you talk to your mama. Oops.
Oh man, this thing is fun. I ain't gonna even lie.
It's the
Oh man,
intro for me. I love
it's
the
the.
intros.
Oh man.
Capricia. We got Capricia.
Mm-hmm.
I love a good Capricia. I like that name.
Don't be a stranger, third child. You come up here, talk to us, man.
Warm currents. Ooh.
Hopefully the other mods wake up. I know they had them a few hours of sleep. I
I
had me
want to
like a
be a
few.
mod.
You say you want to be a mod,
Mm-hmm.
so I gotta first. If I see you in here I'm gonna give you a couple more days. Then I give it to you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Gotta
listen,
put in that
please.
work.
Don't judge me by not being here. I be working 13 and 14-hour days, so sometimes I can't get on.
Up, hold up. Now I gotta get you on.
She's making excuses before she even become a mine. Oh my. Coochie, coochie. I mean, oops, I'm saying the wrong thing.
You as
Let me wake
hell.
up. Oh
You as
man.
hell.
Yeah, at least got it. Man, let me let him wake up first before that. I don't smell that morning. Hold up.
Dang, you got your whole government
Let
on
me
here.
wake up. Fucking let the third child wake up before I smell the morning breath. Watch out.
There we go.
The best part of waking up is not giving a fuck. Or what the folks just had said. They said something like that though. They said something like that.
Oh.
I ain't too sure, but I know the jingle goes something like that.
Mm-hmm. Third child is in the building. Did he wipe the eyes out? He wiped his eyes.
You still got a little eye boogers. You ain't over
Eye
there.
boogers. The eye boogie woogies.
It's all right. No
Well, I feel like
judgment.
that picture just staring right in my soul. I'm scared.
Oh, I'm gonna change it. I'm sorry.
He like, hold up. What you
Hold
doing?
up. Wait a minute. Let me put some hoochie in it.
It's
Yo, what's good with y'all? What happening?
what's
Grand
the
Rising,
deal,
what's good with
man?
you?
What's up, my boy?
What's up, my girl?
You
How
got more
you
sleep than
doing?
I
Hi,
did, man.
Jeffrey.
That's cheating, man.
Right. He had some sexy sleep. I know he was out there knocked out cold, wasn't you?
I ended up sleeping over too. I was
I was
supposed to sleep for a couple hours. I think it ended up going past 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours. I woke up like,
I'll
what
be
the heck?
honest. I woke up and my yitties was doing the lean with it, rock with it. They was everywhere. Just I was sleep hard as hell.
Not the lean with it, rocks with it.
Bro, one was on the east side, one was on the left. They was doing a little John.
Wow. I gotta see
That's
what other
when you know
songs
the
I got
sleep
on
was
here.
good. You wake up and you feel lost. Like you don't know where you at.
Oh yeah, I know that feeling. Like you feel like you slow and can I say that word? Oops. Slow down. I just wanna get to know you. That's how you gotta.
But don't turn around.
Right. That's how you gotta throw it off a little bit. Like, hold on, what you mean?
I would just talk like my little sister was asking me, she was like, I need you to teach me how to double dutch. I'm like, girl, the top half I got, you do not want to see me double dutch.
The double dutch boogie.
I'm like, I gotta hold a lot of stuff down to double dutch. No. I'm like, girl, I'll be to knock my own self out trying to double dutch. Don't mess with me.
Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it.
Just stay with it. Spend all day in it.
Right, that joke sound wild.
What's
That sound
good?
like she do
What
a
y'all
lot of
doing, though?
scoochie.
First off, I'm the CEO of Scoonchy Scoonch, okay?
Yeah.
Don't give too many people my word, because they don't even
My
know what it
bad.
means.
My bad. It just sound like she don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it.
I've never played with it. How you think I got 3 kids? I never played with it, didn't play with it, don't play with it.
That was the problem. That was the reason it played with it.
Too much.
Till it starts spraying. Spent all day with it.
Nah, he done gave me these snotty nose bastards. I can't stand it.
I swear you just. Did you just say? What the heck?
Oh, when I said snotty nose bastards, I said what I said. I said
No,
what
I'm
I had
trying
said.
to. No, I ain't said that. I thought third said something.
He
I thought he
left.
said something.
Third, first off, I feel abandoned. So you need to figure it out and get back in the box.
He up there. He just invisible. What the heck? He dropped.
See, I don't like
There
that
you
for
go.
you. Why would you leave me like that?
Why would you leave? Dang, I'm trying to tap the button and it's just tripping.
What you
Oh,
talking about?
there you go.
Like, cause he
He
just
got the
don't.
morning music. He get up with the vibes. That's sweet.
I
So
listen
this
to
is
my old school music. I love to wake up to a good Anita Baker. My grandma used to play that on Saturdays. We used to get up and clean, water the flowers, everything. So, what part of the D do you live in, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm on the west side.
Oh, okay.
West side, the best side.
Oh, okay. So, you live in any of the miles, or you just live in Detroit?
Oh,
Period?
I'm on make sure I ain't got no ops in here. So I'm on like Wyoming. Wyoming and Joy Road. Between Joy Road and West Chicago.
Joy Road goes so far
What
because
you know about the West Side, Miss? Wow, man, I just
my
can't say it.
auntie used to live off Joy Road
Shirt
by that little.
singer, shirt singer. I'm
She
gonna
used
do
to
it right.
live by like one of them gas stations. It was on like the corner of Joy, like on Joy, in one of them gas stations. That's where my auntie used to live, one of them brick houses. Why y'all got so many damn brick houses in Detroit?
Oh yeah, you right. The real West Side. That's the real West Side. I feel you on that.
Hey everybody.
What's
Hey,
the deal?
mamas.
What's
Um,
good? How you doing, Grand Rise? Good morning.
Grand Rising. Can I answer the background? Like state my stance?
Yeah.
How you feel? How you feel? How you feel?
Okay, so when we're having like the blood quantum conversation, we have to separate race and ethnicity.
Right.
So I think ethnically, yeah, like blood quantum matters to some degree because it's also like heritage. And location that goes into it, but also like when it comes to race, is just how you phenotypically present. So like however you look. But even then, like that is a social construct in itself. So it's always like evolving and changing to fit a narrative. So yeah,
Right.
there's that. Do I believe in a dominant gene? Yes. Biology would agree, from my understanding. Like since I've from what I know, biology would agree with like a dominant and recessive gene. Like I didn't do all those squares and ABs for no reason in high school. So yeah, and then do skin, genes, environment make a character? What are we talking about character? Are we talking like somebody's personhood, like their personality?
Personality, basically.
Yes, absolutely. We are all treated differently by our skin. We're treated by certain like either conditions that are a factor of genes, any like health problems that are a factor of genes, etc. And
Right.
of course, environment.
Yeah, it gotta be a right environment for sure. Right. So even with that, with the topic, right? So I asked what percentage though. So, because I believe everybody just choose what they choose. So I would say, how do you make your choice of what ethnicity you choose? Like what percentage of blood it takes? Is it the most blood
Are you
or
asking?
whatever you fit
Are you
in it
asking
or
me personally?
huh? Yeah, you personally.
Are you
Yep.
asking me personally?
Yep.
So for me, I recognize like my African side, right? I'm Puerto Rican. I'm a black Puerto Rican. I was
Okay.
raised as a Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
All I know is North Philly. And all I know is like what my grandma cooks and what my mom cooks, etc. Like all of those things.
Right.
But indigenous Puerto Rican is not my strongest like gene, right? It's my strongest gene is actually Nigerian. So I often in my bio I do like pay homage and I put like a Nigerian flag in my bio because that is my strongest. You know, that's like the most quote unquote genes I have, right?
What percentage
But
is
I
that?
can't deny being Puerto Rican. It sits at 17.
It's 17.
Yeah, it's
Oh, okay.
low, but that's my highest percentage because I'm so mixed with a bunch of
Oh yeah,
things.
that's why I
So
said a lot of people was super mixed by now. That's why I be telling people.
yeah, but phenotypically I'm black. Like I'm black. I'm a Caribbean. I don't deny my blackness. Even nowadays, like there's like this big like Taino, which is like native thing going on, and like there's as far as what I understand is that it's more of a culture now. Like there's nobody who is 100% Tainos.
Exactly.
Thanks to Columbus, right? But it's still like a culture. But for me personally, I don't identify solely with Taino simply because that's erasure for me. Like that will deny my blackness and I will not die on that hill. And like even Spaniard, like as much as I hate the Spaniards for history, I don't hate them now. I don't know people from Spain, but I still recognize it as who I am. You know, you gotta stand in all of who you are.
Period. I love that for you. I love that you know, like, you know, your percentages and you try to inform people about it. And I do have, on my dad's side, I do have a couple of my cousins that are Puerto Rican and African American. And for some reason, I don't know why, I'm not saying it's everybody, but Puerto Ricans don't like to admit that they come from like black descent. Like they will deny it to the death of them. Like they would
And
deny
it's
it.
stupid. It's so stupid because some of the biggest like trademarks to our culture is thanks to the Africans that was brung over. Like for example, we have like salsa, right? Like the music genre. That doesn't come from us authentically. That came from a mixture of us and the Africans. We came together and we made something beautiful, right? Our foods, you know what I mean? Like certain cooking habits that are staples to Puerto Rican culture came from the mixture of Africans and Puerto Ricans, right? So like, it's crazy to me. And I think the only reason is because Puerto Ricans in particular, they are very, very prideful. So they don't step, even me sometimes. I mean, for me, like I said, I introduce myself as a Black Puerto Rican, but most Puerto Ricans will drop that Black and say they're just Puerto Rican out of pridefulness and out of ego, because they're just prideful people.
Yeah. So I think that's the problem with this world. A lot of people are just prideful. You know what I'm saying? That's why they stick with what they stick with, or stubborn, or choose not to be open-minded. So I don't even think that take a...
When you was asking me that question earlier, I didn't give you a percentage like you asked them, but like with my children, my kids are 50% me, 50% they dad. So it just boils down to what I mix with and what their dads mix with.
Exactly.
So their dad is mixed with Mexican. My great-grandparents, like I told you, are white, Native American, and Black. So to be honest, my kids are biracial, but I can't put no race on them.
Yeah.
They just me and they dad. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because if my kid go to school, it ain't gonna be no box for them to say, oh, I'm this, this, and that, and I'm this, this, and that. I'm just biracial. So like I was telling y'all earlier, like I just teach my kids just to be you. Because people gonna ask you questions that you might not be able to give them the answer they want to hear. So, I mean, it is what it is. We all people. We all live on this earth. We all inhabit this earth. And if it wasn't for African people, and it wasn't for Spaniards, and it wasn't for Europeans, and it wasn't for natives, our culture would be nothing. We learn everything from other cultures. So we could take a little bit of African in the way we dance, the way we dress, some of our beliefs. We could take a little from natives by the way they cook, the way they carry ourselves, the way we believe in spirits, or
I was gonna say,
in
yes,
a higher
spirituality.
being. We can take all of these things and make it our own. And that's the great thing about people of our color. We can interact and we can integrate everything we've learned from every different culture here and make it our own. So like that's the beautiful thing about it. You know what I mean? Like it's the beautiful thing about it is because everything that we have to this day is not just one race or another. It's integrated with so many different people. So we can't tell people you have to believe this, and that, because we've taken on so many different people and we made it look so beautiful and effortless.
Right. And then if you were to do that, you would deny intersectionality, right? Like, for example, biracial people, things of that nature. Like me, I'm biracial, right? Like I'd be considered biracial based off my genes, but I present as Black, and I like I said, I step with my foot as a Black person. I wake up a Black person. I go to sleep a Black person. People see me as a Black person. So that's what I am. And I'm very proud to be Black, period.
Oh, that's what you choose, you mean?
Right. And so I can't, for me personally, like it'll be asinine for me to deny that. But like.
So say this then, since you say you can't deny that, can you deny the other things you are too? Okay. That was a tricky question. I wanted to see what you was gonna say. So,
Yeah, no, I
good.
can't deny them either. But when you present yourself, they're not looking at your test scores. What are you like ethnic wise? They're looking at your race, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
they look at you for your skin color, and that's what I be
right.
telling people because I have biracial children. So I have two that look like their father, which are very white tea passing, with blue eyes and blonde hair, curly blonde hair. And then I have one that looks like me. I don't have no median. I don't have no in between. You know what I mean? Like, so my kids that are white tea passing, they still say, I still teach them to say you're biracial. But when they see them in person, they get prejudged for that. So, like, my kids that are white tea passing get treated way better than my child that looks like me.
Right. And that can be hard too, right? Because now that black child needs a little bit of extra loving, right?
Yeah.
Because the world's gonna look at them differently. But at the same time, you can't have favoritisms as a mother, right? Because then it'll like cause a rift between you and your other children, and that could be very tough, right? But at the
I mean,
same
it's
time,
first off that's a weird thing. I always my mom used to do that with my brother and me. Like she had favoritism because my brother looked like my dad. I don't see life that way with my children. Like I would
I
never
was gonna say that good.
treat them different. Like y'all all
I know
came
you say that.
from me. Like y'all all are a piece of me. I can't treat this one better than I treat the other one. Like when I've been talking about my children, I don't place either one of my children in a higher power than my other children, except my youngest, because that man is nuts. But anyway,
I
I
feel you
don't,
on that.
I
You say
don't.
the higher power thing, but I think it do get to a point in our life where, because it's no way you can evenly treat somebody. And not saying that
I
you treat
agree.
somebody less, but it do be certain times where, especially when your child grow up, it's gonna be a child that might do something, or might relate with you more than the other one, or something like that, or it might be, I mean, not like I said, not that you don't love them or nothing like that, but it do be that one that you can actually connect with easier than the other one.
Yeah, and I
But it's
mean,
just nothing you're gonna admit and say. You're not gonna say that, yeah, this is my favorite or something like that. It is just like it's just be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
that's no
and
mean,
different.
to be frank too,
I
right? We
have to
have to
do it.
address when we're having these type of conversations.
Sorry.
We have to address that. One is there's no manual to mothering or parenting, period. But also the simple fact that your children are also people, right? And they have their own traits and qualities, right? And there will be personality clashes. I'm sorry, I'm on a bridge. There may be personality clashes and things of that nature, right? But every relationship with your children is different by the child.
Yeah.
And it, like he said, it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't mean that you love them any less. But your relationship with Bob is not your same relationship with Billy. You know,
All right.
and children. This is beyond a parent thing, right? This is the children's part and their perspective on how they're treated. I had to learn this too, being like the middle child, where I would feel like my mom treated my sister or coddled my sister better than she coddled me,
Right.
and things of that nature, right? But at the same time, my relationship with my mom is not the same as the relationship with my sister, and that's where the child has to process that and understand that and learn that.
I want to say one thing because you're very spot on, and like I told y'all, I'm always willing to listen and understand different ways because as humans, we need to hear. And I will be honest with y'all, I treat my oldest a little different than I treat my daughter and my youngest son because my oldest son is severely autistic. So I have to take out a lot more time with him to teach him
Yeah.
everyday life. Like I have to teach him everyday life. Like he had to go to speech therapy because he didn't talk till he was like 4 years old. I had to put him in food therapy where they taught him to eat certain foods because he would just like he wouldn't eat certain things. Like if he
Chicken
didn't
fingers
eat
and
it,
fries, like
yep, my son ate pizza rolls and chicken wings. That was it. And so I had to take out a lot more personal time with my older child because I was just a mama. Like that was my first kid, so I was just learning how to be a mama. Like
Right. I was gonna say that when
a
you said
lot
your
of people
oldest.
just call it trial and error because your first kid is just like you learning how to be a parent. And so I was learning how to be a parent, but I also had to learn to be a parent of a child with disabilities. So he became like my job. Like I had to make sure he did certain things. I had to teach him how to use the bathroom, but his dad also had to teach him how to use the bathroom as a man. Then I had to teach him how to eat certain foods. I had to teach him how to talk instead of screaming and stemming and going through all of these emotions at one time. So of course, I won't say I hold him in a like heavier light than my other children, but I had to take out a lot more personal time with him because my other two kids are very advanced for their age. Like they knew how to do all these things and everything, and my oldest son was just learning life. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so of course, my oldest son, Denzel, I literally had to take out so much time, put him in a private school, get him an IEP, make sure he got his social security check, everything, because I knew what he was going through. And I knew I was going to possibly have to miss a lot of work because of that. And so you're right. I do hold him in a different light than I hold my other two children.
And I would also say too, right? I like to call like the oldest child, I call them the savior child, right? Because that child changes the course of your life forever. I mean, every child does, but you're stepping into a new realm called motherhood or parenting with that child, and they're saving you from whatever BS is going on before that child, right? Like they're saving you from, quote unquote yourself, right? And they're bringing you like refreshing life.
right.
You fed that baby life for 9 months, and they're gonna feed you life for the rest of your life, right?
And I ain't gonna lie, I think I did a lot. I might have overextended what I was supposed to do. I breastfed him till he was 3 years old. He was my baby because that was the only baby I had. So I did spoil him a lot. Like I spoiled him. He got everything he wanted. He got an iPhone, a tablet before he was even 4 years old. Like I gave him everything he could possibly want and need or ask for. Like if he asked for it, even if I ain't had the money, I was gonna work twice as hard to make sure my baby got them toys. So when he wanted them action figures and I looked them up on Amazon, they was like $90 to $100 a piece. I got him Hulk. I got him everything he wanted. Like it wasn't nothing he can open his lips for and say he wanted and didn't get it.
Hey, I'm
Because I was
glad.
just learning how to be a mother, so I was coddling him with anything he ever said. Like he could be like, "Mama, I want the world. I can't give you the world, but I can give you something close to it."
Right.
So I'm the type of mama where my first child was made in love. I created him because I wanted him to be here. So it was in my best power and my ability to give him everything he could want because he didn't ask to be here. I wanted him to be here.
Got love babies and lust babies.
Yeah.
And so like my youngest son, of course, I was going through all that stuff. I didn't even know he was here. I was 32 weeks when I found out about him.
Oh shoot.
So at the end of the day, he was my oopsie daisy baby. But at the end of the day, this man run that house. He gonna tell you what it is and what it ain't gonna be. And he ain't gonna lie to you. He ain't gonna hold it from you. He gonna tell you the truth and nothing but the truth.
Yeah, I was the accident baby too.
Like he was
I think
my
majority
oopsie
babies like
daisy.
that.
But
Yeah,
listen,
my mom
The
had
lust babies.
she was on birth control, and then she went and brought over the counter birth control to take or something like that, or she must have went to another doctor. I don't know. All I know is that she was on 2 different birth controls and she wound up getting pregnant. And she went to the first doctor and was like, "Hey, like I'm on birth control. Like, how can I be pregnant?" And they're like, "Well, the medicine that you're taking on top of the medicine that we prescribed, and we suggested that you take it alone. Yeah, you just countered your birth control. So it's almost as if there's no birth control in your system."
Right. And then you want to
Hey,
know another reason why that happened too is because when we get sick and stuff and they give us antibiotics, that counteracts with birth control. So antibiotics will make your birth control not work. So if you, like my auntie, she had the Nexplanon, that little thing that's in your cervix, the little T-shaped thing.
Yeah.
She still got pregnant. And
The
then
IUD.
yeah, and then my youngest son, my oopsie daisy, I call him the oopsie daisy baby. My oopsie daisy baby, I was on depot, and that worked for 3 months until you got to get another shot.
Right.
And my man's, that's why I say he my strongest baby. He twin in them. That's my friend. Listen, he wanted to be here. Like, he wanted to be here. Like, if that man made it through a whole depot shot and everything and still made it to this world without me even knowing about him,
Yeah,
he
that's
said,
that's how
baby,
you.
I'm here.
that's what my
Okay?
mama say.
It's called a baby with a purpose for real
He
after that.
said,
You know what I'm
But
baby,
saying? You
I
went through
didn't
all
I
of
didn't want to
that.
be here. I was the longest one in labor. Like my grandmom seen all of us come out except for me because as soon as she left the room I popped out and it was like what 16,
Hey, hello,
17 hours of labor.
hey, you
I
want
was
to
about
know
to say,
something
I'm
that's funny,
glad.
y'all?
You said
Remember
what?
my oopsie, the one I named Legend, my oopsie daisy baby? When I went in the hospital, like, cause my oldest two kids, I had to get an induction, like, so they had to put me in labor, cause I was almost 42 weeks. So like, they was like, okay, the
Oh
baby
shoot,
old, you
that
got to
baby
get
gotta
him
come
out.
out.
You got to get him out. So they put me in labor. My youngest son, my water broke, but I had two babies before that. I've never had my water break like at all. So I'm like, did I just pee on myself? Like, and then the crazy thing is I was getting dressed. I got a big old, I drive big old trucks, so I had a Suburban. I'm just bumping Jeezy going to the hospital. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and head out. Soon as I got in that room, took my clothes off, tell me why. They said you 2 centimeters dilated. Them people left for 5 minutes, and he was coming out after that. Like he wanted to be in this world. That's why I'm like, I needed him because he knew what he wanted. Like, they left that room and said, you 2 centimeters. We'll come back and check you in an hour. 2 seconds after they left that room, that little boy whole head was out. They was like, wait. I'm like, yeah.
Don't
Wait,
push,
wait.
don't push.
Let her
Don't
push
play
for
with it.
us.
Don't
Right.
play with it.
Right.
And he came out and he looked at the
I'm glad.
doctor and he looked at me and he looked at his daddy and it was like, how they flip him upside down and everything? That baby didn't even cry. He just came out looking at everybody with his head. Like, remember when I told you he was in his little warmer, the bed warmer? He had his arms like laid down like he was gonna do a push up and lift his head up in the warmer. They was like, he ready for another baby, and he not. And he not. I got my
Oh
tubes
boy.
tied the next morning after he was born. I'm like, I ain't finna do this no more.
Goodness. Host, what you glad about?
Oh no, I was about to say I'm glad that she understood what we were saying. You know, honestly, because a lot of people would be with the stubborn mind and would have asked me the question, "Well, you're not a mother. I mean, you're not a parent. How do you know?" Or something like that. If I said that I'm going to treat my kids evenly, that's what I said I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? Some people just be so stubborn in what they believe in. You know what I'm saying? They're not about to change what they said from the beginning and stuff. So
I mean, but
it's good that
I like to
some
argue
people
that.
actually listen to understand. I like that.
Yeah, I feel like people that try to denounce experience because it's not primary experience, right? Like
They
we
try
have
to invalidate you.
yeah, we have primary and secondary experience, right? Like primary experience is something I went through and experienced, whereas secondary would be something someone else did that I know about, right?
That you know about, right?
Yeah, so I hate when people do that, like primary experience, like, oh, you haven't lived it. Technically, I have because I've been a child to somebody, you know.
Oh,
So
exactly. Right.
I know, parenting isn't like some abstract form of human relationship. Like, we all experience a relationship with our parents, even if there wasn't one, right? Because then that's your experience of your parent.
Not too much on my tubes tied, Miss Lish, good baby. They told me 12 p.m. Be ready. Girl, I was in the
She said,
bathroom, washed up, freshened up, baby. Go ahead. They're like, you sure, baby? If you on time, I'm gonna fight y'all.
you
Did
said
you
you
have to
making
get
you
signed
do
off,
make
or you're not married?
You say what?
Are you married?
Yes, I've been married for 12 years.
Did you have to sign off on it?
Listen, that is not true. I don't know who made up that lie.
No,
I
my
mean,
mom got cauterized and she had to sign off on it. Like she had her husband at the time had to sign off of it, and he'd been in prison for over 20 years, and
so was that in
she
the
still had to get
80s?
a signature.
Was that in the 80s?
No, that was in what, 2015, I think.
Yeah, they don't do that no more because
I think it varies by state, probably.
yeah, because I live in Michigan and my husband had to go to work after I had our last baby because like he couldn't call off. He had just got the job, and so as soon as I said I want my tubes tied, I was by myself with my baby in the room, and they ain't asked me no questions. They just told me to sign a paper and I can get my tubes tied.
You signed. You got them tied like immediately after the pregnancy. I mean,
The
after the birth.
the next day, okay. You thought I was playing. I said, don't play with it. Don't play with it.
Yeah, don't play with it. No, my mom, she got cauterized. She's like, yeah, I'm not, no more babies for me. So she went and got cauterized. And then like 2 days later, she took us all to Donny Park. And what's crazy is Donny Park's lines was crazy. Like even in the park, we was in the park and we left to Donny Park at like 8 a.m. We haven't gotten into the park until into the parking lot until like 11 o'clock because the lines were so long, and she was just in so much pain. Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, and then the crazy thing about like, oh, let me answer that question first. You said the next day. Yes, ma'am. The next day, I was not playing with them folks. I was not finna leave Covenant Hospital without having my tubes tied because y'all ain't finna set me up again because my husband do too much. Heavily on to do too much.
don't do too much.
He do a lot and not a little. And I wasn't
Yes.
finna be, nope, I wasn't finna be doing that again. But I could just call it getting fixed. With getting fixed, it depends on your state because there's a lot of states where a woman, if she's single and she only have one child and she want to get fixed, you have to have a signature.
Right, my mom.
Like you have to have more than 1 or 2 kids before you can get fixed.
Yes.
But when you're legally married, you can do what the hell you want to do.
Really? No, my mom, she was legally married, and she had to get signed off. I live in PA. What was I gonna say?
Close to me, ain't Pennsylvania close to Michigan?
Michigan, yeah.
Girl, listen, you a woman, right? I don't want to just be saying that. I'm sorry.
I'm a trans woman, so I'm not going through pregnancy or nothing.
Okay, so I could say girl. I was just making sure.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. What was I gonna say? Me, I don't think I'm ever gonna have kids. I have like a special like respect for parents, whether they're good or bad, to some degree. Because it's like I just can't do it. I'm sorry. I don't think I'm mentally like prepared for a child. And the truth is like you never really are, right? But for me, I just would rather not like bring somebody in the world until I like break these generational traumas before, I have to pass it on, right?
But you want to know something though?
Yeah.
Because I went through generational traumas that happened to me, my mother, and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
But me getting married and having that first child, I was protective. So I dropped those generational traumas because I'm like, I have somebody to live for now.
Right.
Like I'm not living for me.
No, wait, who deleted that comment? I wanted to address it. So me in particular, yes, I'm trans, but I don't usually subscribe to like trans rhetoric as far as like pronouns and stuff like that. I don't give a fuck about pronouns. You call me he, she, her, it, they, them, spider, monster, whatever you want to call me. It rubs off my back. So I'm probably never going to see these people again. I do not care what you call me. So assuming just because I'm trans that I give a fuck about pronouns, that's more of a you problem, and you should check your transphobia because it has nothing to do with me.
Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, if you come up in this live and like you in here now, we don't tolerate no disrespect up in here. So y'all can go ahead and head out because everybody is human. We don't do that here. If y'all got any problems with anything, take that up with the Lord.
Yes,
Don't come
I don't
to
have
this
no
live
problems with
about that.
nobody. I try not to. I'm very
Don't do that.
non-confrontational. Like, well, let me not say that because I am confrontational when I'm presented a conflict. But as far as searching for it, I do not give two fucks about nobody. In hindsight, like with all due respect, I don't. I'll see you today and I'll probably never see you again. And this is an amazing conversation. I love it. I probably won't forget it, but I won't see you again. Like I don't care. That comment person, you block them. I'll never probably see them again.
But listen, I listen, like I can get real bitter with people. Like if y'all really want me to, like I ain't gonna step outside of my element, but I'm gonna say what I gotta say. You ugly and you probably look just like your mama. So go ahead and head out.
Right.
We ain't gonna do that here, because don't ever make my baby ever feel that way. That's my girl. So like if you got any problems, take that up with the Lord. Cause that ain't got nothing to do with us in this life.
Host, that's your backup?
I think he gone. He went to the bathroom. He got to pee or something.
Yeah, but it says Kev. Okay, so I'm assuming that is his backup because it looks like the same person. But nonetheless, though, I don't know. For me, it's just it's a matter of preparedness. Like I went through my trials and tribulations as a person. I'm sure we all do, right? But for me, I just don't seem prepared. And I mean, yeah, I'm trans, and I'm on hormones and stuff, so it's a possibility that. Who's that? Oh. It's a possibility that I could never have kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it doesn't bother me. Like I mean, as far as like health is concerned, I don't want that option taken away from me, but I'm not like stressing over it either.
You want to know one thing? I think that you would create some of the most beautiful and intelligent and creative and innovative and respectful children.
Girl, stop.
Because people don't realize that it's not about where we came from. It's about where we going. So right. You might have had this rocky start, trying to understand life, going through generational traumas, going through all of this. But once you have that child in your arms, I swear to God, like I wasn't taught how to be a mother. But when I had that first child, he wasn't going to nobody's house. Couldn't nobody kiss him. Couldn't nobody touch him. He was dressed in the best of clothes. He even had on little shoes. Boy couldn't even walk. It was just like, it changed my life for the better. Like it made me understand life outside of myself.
Right.
And it was like, I couldn't change that for the world. Like if I can change my entire life around for it to be better, the only thing in my life I would never change is having my babies. Because when I tell you these crotch goblins I got, they funny, they have you laughing, they'll make you cry, and then you'll just be like, what the hell? Like it's always a comedian. Like they always like comedians or like a show. Like you never know what to expect with your kids. Like you can get a little bit of everything, but sometimes it just like the stories I can tell, like when I talk about my children, it make me smile. Like that's something in my life that made me so happy. Like I used to never smile. I never hugged nobody. I never did nothing. My son literally looked at me for Mother's Day and gave me a paper plate with a slice of like a little coloring picture with a slice of piece on it, said, "Mama, you stole a piece of my heart. Happy Mother's Day." And I was like, how could you just, like, with that one little thing, he just changed my whole day. Like, and they know I love Batman. He bought me a Batman hairbrush. It wasn't a lot to everybody else, but it was so much for me just to know that my babies know so much about their mother. Like with no help at a store or nothing, their dad gave them the money and they just went and bought what they thought I would like. And it's like, you created a person that loves you and knows you and understanding you, and you can talk to them about anything and get them through life. So don't necessarily say you don't want kids right now, right? You might not. But once you have that child in your arms, I'm telling you, life will be so much different with them in it. you will see life so differently. Like, it changes your whole spectrum of thinking once you have a baby of your own. Like, it really do. Like, I tell a lot of people a lot of things, but like to this day, I can't have more kids. But sometimes I be like, what if I did have a little another one? Like, you know what I mean? So like, I could say I don't want kids, but I be thinking about it. Yeah, Miss Leash, I'm telling you, kids raise you. Like, one day my son walked up to me and he just had got from school. They dropped him off. This little boy grabbed my face and said, "Ooh, mama, I love your face." And I was like, what? And it just made me smile so hard. Like, he changed me. Like, he really changed me. I became a different person, and I love the person I became, because I used to be kind of sour and bitter and mad at the world because of what happened to me. And, you know, like, why would God let this happen to me and do all that stuff? But once you create life from your womb, or you create it in your arms, it's a lot different. You see life totally different. Like, I don't understand why. I don't understand how. But when I hear my little kids pitter pat their feet walk in from school and they kick their shoes off at that front door and they ask me what I cook, I live for that. I'll be honest, I live for that. Every day, I live for that. Right. I got to start over. Yep, you're right, Michaela. I got to start over. I broke those generational traumas. My kids don't know nothing outside of what I teach them and what they learn at school. They don't know nothing about my past trauma. I don't put that burden on them. So they only know what I teach them and what they learn at school. So I bypassed all of that trauma I had in my life, and I taught my kids better than what I did. Exactly. Like, I take my kids to the parks. They go for walks outside. They go swimming. We go to the water park. We do laser tag. We go bowling. Like, everything I didn't have, I make sure they see it, so they can know that life is not how you start. It's about how you make it and how you finish. I never want them to be in the light that I had to grow up in, because I grew up in a lot of trauma. Like, I grew up with a lot of people in my family hurting me more than outsiders. You know what I mean? And so that's why I kind of shield my kids. Like, you ain't spending the night over there. I don't trust them like that. We ain't doing that. No, ma'am. They ain't gonna get the chance to hurt my kids the way they hurt me. I'm raising young gentlemen. I'm raising a beautiful daughter and 2 beautiful sons. And we ain't doing that no more. We over that. Yeah. I mean, but becoming a mama, it's a lot different from, like, you can want to change before you had kids, right? But once you have that child, you're demanding that change because you know you got somebody else to live for. So you ain't gonna expect nothing less but greatness. Like, you ain't gonna let your kid go through none of that trauma at all, period. Thank you. I appreciate that, Lish. I try to. I don't want to be the best parent in the world, but I at least want my kids to have a great beginning so they can get old. Like, they won't go and become adults and be like, well, my mama didn't do this, or my family. No, we did all of that. I expect greatness from you after high school. If you don't want to go to college, you don't want to do nothing, that's on you. But until the age of 18, and I have to be the head in your life, and I have to be your coach, I'm going to make sure it's right. But at the 18, you can do what you want. But until then, I'm going to make sure you got a great life. Yeah, you're right, Lish. We didn't learn how to be emotional as kids. Like, I was raised by, like, baby boomers, and I was taught, like, suck it up, don't cry. Crying is for sissies. Like, I grew up in, like, I couldn't have emotions. I didn't cry. We didn't do none of that. So We was raised in an era where you don't show your emotions. You just go through it and get through it, and it is what it is. But now you have to teach your kids. You can cry if you need to. If you need to take off time from school, you okay. You know, like if something going on, talk to me about it. Talk to your dad. It said that made me hold on to so much pain. It do. And that's where trauma come from, because you was raised in trauma. So the only thing you know is trauma. And it takes something in your life to finally happen that's big to finally get you out of that. Crying is necessary. You are very spot on. Crying is necessary. People think that it makes you look more scary or more sad or more sensitive, but you gotta let it out sometimes. In the last 2 weeks, I done lost my great grandma and my dad. I didn't cry yet, but I know it's gonna come a time where I'm gonna finally just have to sit down and get it out. You know what I mean? Like, it comes a time. It don't happen right away because we live our life on superficial things. We don't live our life on emotions. So emotions come backhanded from a lot of things. So we'll put our emotions to the back and worry about what's going on now. And then one day, them emotions gonna come from the back of that closet and sneak up on you. Thank you, love. It's cool. I mean, my dad had cancer and my grandma, she was like 80 something. It was old age. You know what I mean? It was going to happen eventually, one day. I knew. But I like to tell people, I'm like, if you need to cry, like, I'm the type of person, like, I was at work. I'm a store manager. I was at work the other day. And this girl, they kept asking her so much, and she was just learning her job, and she just broke down in tears. The first thing I came to notice is that, like, I'm a mother, so I have motherly instincts. So I just grabbed her in my arms and I held her tight, and I'm like, let it out. Just go in the back of the store. If you need to leave, I'm here. I'll take over. You good. Do what you need to do. People don't realize that. Everybody got feelings. We don't listen to everybody's feelings because we so busy worried about ourselves or worrying about other things that we don't pay attention that a lot of people is hurt. And they don't have people to come to and talk to and cry to and get their feelings off their chest. They only have their job or friends. They don't really have nobody. So I've taught myself to be there for everybody as much as I can. Yep. You're right, Lish. And I mean, it's a thing. I wish it wasn't a thing, but at the end of the day, we are the people that can change this world. And if it was more people that think like you and that thinks like, who just came in here? Oh, Miss Michaela, our world would change for the better, but we don't have that many people that think like that. We do need recognition and love. And we don't do that to people. Because, like, I knew that I was doing a good job at the job I work because I literally had 2 of my employees walk up and he was like, you make my job so easy. You so funny. You joke all the time. You teach me stuff, but you don't yell at me. You make it fun. And it's like, I'm doing something outside of just working. I'm teaching them how people are supposed to be. So, I mean, even with my children, like, a lot of people do what they do. I don't judge their way of training and learning their children, but I don't discipline my kids in the way some people do. I have this thing called sit down time. And what I call sit down time is where I'm off work, the daddy off work, the kids just run around. My husband got this little lazy boy chair and I sit on the couch and we one by one, I'm like, what's going on in your day? How you doing today, baby? We just sit down and talk to them. And if they're going through something and I can change it, that's my job. That's not my job. That's not nobody else's job but mine. I'm supposed to listen to them. So I've always listened to them. My kids told me, Mom, I don't like that one dinner you cook. Can we eat this? Of course. If it's going to make you eat more food at night and you get all your nutrients, I will do it. Like, I mean, like, it's not my job to be like, what I cook is what you eat. Like, you know what I mean? No. Like, if they ain't gonna eat it, my kids ain't eating that night. And it's my job to make sure they nourished, they well fed, they clothed, they dress good, they got good food, they got snacks, they got lunch for school. That's my job. Nobody else's. So I have to do it. So why not do what they gonna like? Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, Michaela, I was the same way. What I've learned is because I was born in the 90s, so we weren't really diagnosed with autism or anything like that, right? But I have food aversions. I can't eat anything off of a bone. I don't like ketchup. I don't like certain food. I can't even have my food touching. Like, because if it touch, I won't eat it. Like, to this day, I eat peanut butter and jelly separate. I eat one piece of bread with the peanut butter, one piece of bread with the jelly. And so then when I got older and I was taking my son to his autism clinic, they were like, you have signs of autism too. And I was like, maybe that's why every time my family was forcing me to eat stuff and I wouldn't eat it and I would just throw it away and go to bed, it's because I had food aversions and nobody dealt with that problem. They just they called me a picky eater. They was like, you picky. She ain't gonna eat this. She ain't gonna do that. She ain't gonna eat that. Me too. When I was a kid, I hated okra. Like, it was slimy and nasty. But now that I'm grown, baby, if you fry me up a couple pieces of okra, I'm gonna eat it and will and do. You said, and the black community needs to be okay. With that, that's all a stigma. And I hate that for us. Like, I hate that because I am an African American woman. I hate that for us. We have so many stigmas that our family try to make us follow that don't even recognize anything you actually go in your everyday life. You just got to do it because they say you got to do it. Shit don't make sense. I agree. I that shit pissed me off. Because people be like, why you ain't got your kid in Forces and Jordans? I'm like, first off, my son want these Spider-Man light-up shoes. And if he want these damn Spider-Man light-up shoes and it make his heart happy, he gonna wear them goddamn Spider-Man light-up shoes, okay? No, my son's smart as hell. Like, see, that's what people think. Okay, so with autism, because kids don't talk, they don't make a lot of eye contact, they might be just to themselves, people consider them as slow. But if you ask my son anything, this man will answer. This man know every single character from Star Wars, every single character from Mortal Kombat. My son know everything in school. He just didn't like talking. But if you talk to him and you finally get him to open up, this little boy smarter than me. And I graduated with honors. I'd be like, how do you know that word? We was watching Akilah and the Bee one day, and she said this word, prestidigitation. This man know how to spell it, like, period. I'm like, you only 10. How do you know that? They smart as hell. My daughter got the Mickey Mouse Crocs too with the little giblets in the front of them, the little things you could put in them. She love them. She gonna wear them to the death for her, okay? Yes. And the crazy thing is, Miss Lish, my kids are biracial. I got 2 kids that look white and I got one that look like me. And I don't play around. When anybody asks, I'm biracial. You be like, no, you're what? No, he not. No, he not. Don't put that in my baby head. He know what he is. He know how his mom and his daddy look. He know where he come from. Don't tell my son that. Squeaker shoes. Oh, when he be stomping. He be stomping just to pissing you off, don't he? I'll be wanting to knock his head between the washer and dryer. Heck no. Bro, my son like to get himself dressed for school, right? But for some reason, I got a classic man as my first kid. This boy, and I don't stop him from what he wear, because he got to express the way he is. This boy will put on a whole 3-piece suit and shoes and go to school. Like, you was not going to church. He gonna wear that suit and them button-up shirts with the jeans and then the little, the old man shoes, I call them. Listen, he gonna dress down, period. You ain't gonna never catch him slacking. If he ain't got on his suit, he got on like a Batman or a Spider-Man or a Venom t-shirt or something like that. But other than that, girl, he gonna wear that suit. You said I shot out. What? But I be dying though, like, I really just be wearing t-shirt and jeans, and my son upstage me every time. That boy is going to get dressed down to the nines. I'm like, sir. Like, so now when we go shopping, this boy is not going for no shorts, no cargos. He finna go find a suit. I'm like, sir. We just going to the park. You gotta put your play clothes on. Be tearing the jeans out them suits. I mean, the knees out them suits. Oh, it's a figure of speech. Third child, where you from? Mm-hmm. South Florida. I'm originally from Alabama, but I live in Michigan. What part of Florida? Right, because I'm like, what the hell he say? What did you say? Where the host at? He sleep? Oh, that scared the shit out of me. Not a suit and tie. And listen, my oldest son is the one that look like me. The other two look like my husband that's in that picture. And like, I be seeing a little kid with my face just dressed up in a suit. I'm like, boy, how you gonna upstage the kids at school? Like, wear something normal. And he don't. And he really don't. My boy said, if I'm finna come, I'm coming hard, okay? Y'all got Denzel messed up. He not playing with y'all. He said what he said when he was saying it. But if any of y'all got kids, have y'all ever just looked at y'all kids and be like, that's my kid? I be like so confused. I'm like, Lord, how you just gonna throw him upon me? How you just gonna leave me like that with this? And then we got my youngest son, Legend. He a whole gangster in his mind. Even though he grew up in the suburbs, he a whole gangster girl. Right. You be like, you really doing that to me? And then like, I shop at Sam's Club because it's like bulk. I bought a 80 pack of fruit snacks. How they just eat that in one day? Like, how y'all just do that? Like, who are y'all? They just eat my money away. He said the streets of the listen. He from the cold, cruel, wicked streets of the suburbs. It is. It's hard out here. Not too much. Not too much on my little gangster. Not too much. I just be letting him live his life. He like that dude Shaq West. I got hoes calling a young. He changed the words. Calling a young leggy phone. He be like ring ring ring. I'm like sir, take a nap. You ain't no gangster. I swear to God, it kick in. I'll be like, okay, 50 Cent, shut up. He said, some baby, I'm on my 4-wheeler. Let's meet up. Shut up. Not too much on my little suburban ghetto kids. Listen. So awesome. Why he eat her up like that? I'm gonna take their ass to the ghetto. They gonna start crying real bad. Ah, not too much. Let me stop before I wake them up. I ain't got time for that. We'll start spraying. I pray over my kids before they go to sleep. My kids don't wake up and I don't know, they sleep hard like they daddy. Like, see, I'm laying on my couch right now. Like, my kids can lay down and just be like watching TV and they can fall asleep in 2 seconds. Like, how? Like, how, Sway? Like, they be sleeping quick. Like, as soon as they lay down or put a cover over them, they knocked out. Shit, I be up for 18 hours just trying to get myself to go to sleep. You meditate? I love a good meditation. Hey, Sylvia. Hey, y'all. Hey, King. I'ma just say one thing, Michaela. I ain't even gonna be funny, but the only person I got left really is my auntie. And she got 5 kids and she got all girls. And I be trying to watch them kids. I swear to God, Michaela, I love her kids to the death of me. But they all girls and they are, I can't deal with them. Like they just bad, like bad. Like taking pictures in my house, sending it to their daddy, like telling them where I'm at, what I'm doing. I'm like, they just bad. I can't. No, I ain't got time. Yeah, Miss Lish, I grew up. I was raised Pentecostal, so that's the type of Christianity that's super strict. Yeah, like my auntie on Section 8 or whatever y'all call it in y'all state, and she came over here the other day for me to watch the kids while she just took a small nap because she a nurse. She worked at the hospital, so she was sleepy as heck. And they came over here, and when my auntie finally went to leave, she was like, "I ain't finna listen to you. You on Section 8." They daddy told them that. So they kind of like use everything they daddy say against her. And they grown as hell with their throat. Like they just be saying some grown ass shit and I really be want to beat their ass. You said, where are you? What do you mean by that, Lish? I'm trying to understand. Yeah, it was super strict growing up. Like we had to wear dresses. We couldn't wear black nail polish, red nail polish. We had to be faithful to the people who was around. If you had impure thoughts, you had to get married. That's why I got married so young. Oh, AME. Oh, we got an AME up in Saginaw too. Oh yeah, you do the cross on all of your doors and your entrances and pray for it, so you won't let no bad spirits and all of that in your house. Is what you're saying, Michaela? Yeah, it's super strict. It's almost like, to be honest, like when people ask me like how the ins and outs of it is, it's like not a cult like where people mess with the same people, but like it's kind of straightforward. You got to do what you told, or else they'll kick you out the church. And a mistake people made is that because too strict to 2 point, like yeah, because the most I went to Catholic school. I went to a private school, and one thing I tell y'all right now is them girls in my school. They tried to hide me from regular high school, but them girls in that Christian school was just as nasty as they wanted to be. I promise. Believe it or not, they they had some stuff going on. Like, yeah, them Catholic school girls. Please don't put nothing past them. They just as nasty. I'm telling you. I seen it with my own eyes. Listen, girls was dropping like flies. Like the year I was gonna graduate, like 2 or 3 girls just randomly never came back to school. And this whole time I didn't think nothing of it. I thought maybe, they had some family stuff. They got pregnant, so they sent them to a different school. Cause in Catholic school, you can't be pregnant in high school. They kicking you out, period. It ain't finna be none of that. Heck yeah, they gonna kick you out. But the crazy thing is you gotta realize, like, the only reason Catholic school is the way it is because your parents gotta pay for you to be at school. So if you paying to be at school, they expect nothing less than greatness. You know what I mean? Like you can't just go and fail all your classes in no Catholic school. You gotta go to school and actually learn. Cause if my grandma paying $3,000 every semester, I better be doing good in school. I mean, I think a lot of people that are Christians don't really know the word. They just hear what they hear and they try to preach it to other people instead of trying to learn it. You know what I mean? No, in my school, you have to have a 2.5 or a 2.58. You can't have nothing lower than that. You gone. I graduated with a 4.85. I finished college and high school at the same time. I was dual enrolled. So half the day I was at my school and then half the day I was at Delta College in Saginaw. You're right, Lish. That ain't what that mean. I think people take it like that because that's what they was told. But spare the rod, spoil the child really just means that if you don't teach your children discipline, respect, honesty, loyalty, integrity, then they gonna grow up in a world without knowing. It don't mean that you gotta beat their ass like you Ike Turner. The world tells us everyone has something wrong and no person is perfect, but God loves us. They won't, because religion comes from religion is kind of like family. Over time, y'all still have the same values in y'all family, but everybody gonna teach it different, right? So with religion, people really don't even be knowing what they talking about. They just heard it from people older than them and the other people that was older than them and the other people that was older than them. And then they just speak that word, but they don't know the real meaning of it. They just saying shit. I learned that a long time ago. And Lish, another thing you have to remember is that the Bible is one of the oldest books. But if I can break it down to you without like diminishing like people Christianity and their beliefs, is that the Bible wasn't created by God. The Bible was created by people that knew people that knew people that knew God. So it's kind of like, remember we used to play that game where it's little, you say one word to one person and then it go around the room and it's supposed to come back to you and what they said. That's the Bible. We don't really know what them people was doing. We just telling the story that was told to us. Yeah, telephone. And that's what it is. Because half of these people weren't even living when God was alive. They just telling the story about him. Yeah. Cause I had a problem like that. One day, Miss Michaela, my son, because somebody was like picking with my son, and my son is a very quiet person. But when he finally explode, it's a big thing. You know what I mean? And so somebody had been picking on my son forever, and my son punched him in his face. Like, I was mad at my child because you don't put your hands on nobody else. But I was not mad at my son because my son has told his teachers that this person was picking with him, and he finally had it, and he just punched him. Oh yeah, Yahshua, Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Nisi, all them names. His name wasn't Jesus, it was Yahshua. Or Yahshua, like some people say. I mean, if he in his live, y'all, I followed y'all if somebody want to go live. I don't feel like being on my own live. I ain't got time for it. Can y'all hear me? Hey, Lynch, go live. I'm gonna come to your live. I'm gonna show you love, see some gifts. Lynch or Michaela. Y'all been holding it down, period. I love that for us. Hey, BG. Good morning. Oh, you can't? You want me to go live? I'll go live, but I gotta have somebody in there to talk to. Cause y'all don't talk to me, I'll be real sad. I'll be crying real bad. I'm glad you did too, Lish. We love you. All right. Cause I think he might end his live. He might be falling asleep or something. Oh, thank you. Don't make me feel skinny. Ew. Look at you, Lish. I love that for us. Period. We finna get you some people so y'all can go live. Y'all go to my live. I mean my TikTok page, and I only like follow people like y'all that got something good to say. So just go and follow my people and tell them follow you back. You gonna get your folks. All right, as you should. All right, Michaela, do your thing. Make that money. Hey, Echo. Yeah, I'm finna jump off here. I'm gonna go live. So if y'all want to come over there, be my guest. Thank you for following me, Lish. I just seen it pop up.